Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video today. This is for my students and my students only. Today I'm going to be going over how to make glass lighting. You can also use this to do regular lighting if you want, but today we're going to be doing glass lighting. First things first, figure out where you actually want your glass lighting to be. So I want mine to be on the headlights, and I want mine to be on the tail lights. So let's find the tail lights. Okay, tail light. Perfect. We're going to copy these. Alright, now that we have the duplicates, let's put them all together. Linking, unlink, linking, unlink. And then we're also going to do some on the glass. Let's do the front end. The back glass is kind of awkward. Let's see. Okay, we could do the wing. We could do the glass. Maybe the rear diffuser? Yeah, let's also do the rear diffuser as well. That would just be built into the bumper. And then body shell. Now that we have everything we need, let's move it down here. Hide this. Let me turn on my music. Alright, let's go. This is a really good song. So the first thing I'm going to focus on is the boot. So make sure you have your duplicate. Go to user mode, polygon mode, separated. Now let's find where we want the lights to be, which will be right here. There we go. Well, that actually got a little bit too much right there. There we go. Okay, I can't really focus with the music. Let's just keep the music off for now. There we go. Those are the parts right there that I want. So I'm just going to focus on just those for right now. So what you're going to do is go to modify. Make sure keep original is on if you don't have a duplicate. If you do have a duplicate, it really doesn't matter. Hide that because that's where the other sirens are going to be. Now let's open up the boot again because this time I'm going to do this sliver right here. So don't worry about everything that it gets because we're going to cut all that off in a second. So let's highlight that, hide the boot, highlight this, go to the top view. And now just cut off everything we don't want, which will be everything past the first line. Now if we go to 3D, that's a perfect little sliver for the LEO lighting, right there. Let's leave polygon mode, highlight these two, make sure they're slightly more out than they're used to. There we go. Just pre-move those for right now. Now I'm going to focus on the body shell. Since we have the boot done, we can delete that. Next is the body shell, which I'm going to do the side markers. Yeah, the side markers, yeah. I was going to say I could do some more than that, but I'm just going to keep it simple for the video. Going to highlight the flat part. Highlight the flat part. There we go. There we go. Then the body shell. Highlight this. Show. There we go. Now let's get really close and make sure we don't delete anything we don't want. Straight cut right there. There we go. Since we have this side, we don't need the other side because we could just mirror it over. So let's duplicate this, change the front view, mirror on x-axis, make sure pivot is off. And then as you can see, the exact same is over here. So let's keep front view, go back to move. Okay, it's a bit more out, but we can always move it in more. Actually, while we're like this, let's go to Pixlr. Let's go to new. Yeah, no one cares. Create new. Let's do 500 by 500. Let's name it red blue. Let's do full red. Do about 50%. Then let's change it to blue. Nice light blue. There we go. Now we could save this as red blue, JPEG or PNG, doesn't really matter. Now let's go back to Zmod, go to the very top, copy whatever material this is, move it back to the top, go to GTA 5, vehicle generic light emissive, rename this to red blue, double click, change out the material to the new red blue texture, change this to gray, then boom, now we have this. So now we can highlight everything we've done so far. And now as you can see, there's a shit ton of little fucking cuts. Now, there might not be a bunch of cuts for you. This might just be like model specific on this one. But now I can move this body shell until it's in perfect place. So right there is fine. Now let's move over to the other side. Highlight it. Move it out an inch. There we go. The rear is already looking pretty good. I kind of want to do this little diffuser here, so do we still have this? Yeah, we do. Okay, perfect. So let's enter polygon mode again, make sure everything's unhighlighted. Basically just copy the same thing over and over again. Now this model actually, for the rear bumper, I'm not gonna lie, this is looking promising. It looks like certain part. Ah, okay, well. Okay, it's not perfect, but we can always make it perfect. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, this is gonna be a little difficult, but it's not that big of a deal. Let's check this side. Yeah, this side is not. There we go, make sure it's even all the way around. Alright. Should I also do the exhaust tips? I kinda wanna. Oh, fuck me. Nah. Yeah, let's actually do the exhaust tips. That would be kinda cool. I've never seen exhaust tipped. Let's also do these two. There we go. Now let's go to modify. Alright, so since these are perfect, I'm going to hide these by highlighting them and pressing H. I'm going to real quick actually hide this whole thing right here for a second, so I can get the exhaust done, because the exhaust is the easiest part. There we go. And then go here to show all. Go back to user. Highlight, highlight. Highlight and highlight, press H. This part's perfect, that's fine. Now this one I have to get nice up and close and personal to fix this. And I have a feeling this rear diffuser is going to be a pain in my ass, but you know, I gotta get it done. Because I do really like the look of this diffuser. Actually no, let's not do that, because it's gonna be it's gonna take way too fucking long for the video. So let's just leave it the way it is. Then let's make this red blue. Go to move, left view, move out. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory after the first part. We're just going to keep repeating the same thing over and over again. So I'm going to cut to the point of the video where I actually have everything done. And I'm going to show you how to dummy and how to do carpals. Alright guys, now that you have everything you want as an Eleolite, highlight it all, right click, mapping, edit UV, and keep old mapping. Change this to UV mapper, go to red blue. Oh wow, okay, maybe we should do it one at a time. So let's start with actually disconnecting some of this stuff. Let's leave that. So first things first, these are already separated, so we can hide those. So there's the windscreen. Let's cut this into multiple different sirens. So let's do 4. Keep original off. Disconnect. Polygon mode. Click. Drag highlight right to the middle. Why? What the hell? Okay, I don't know why I just did that. Go back here. There we go. Back to polygon mode. Highlight. Disconnect. Go back here. Highlight. Well, actually, hold on. Let me make sure it's even. Okay, yeah, that's even. Now that that's done, let's move all of the windscreens together. Now onto the boot. All I have to do is just separate these two. There we go. And then these ones are going to be a bit difficult, but I can do this. Left view. Highlight a good portion. There we go. Hide. Oh, damn it. Go back here. Highlight again. Good portion. Hide. Highlight again. Good portion. Hide. Highlight again. Good portion. Hide. Highlight again. Good portion. There we go. Now all of this is done. We can move these back to the other ones. All of the windscreens are done, so I'm going to hide those. And boots go with boots. Now it's time for bumper rear, so let's go here. Let's mishmatch it a little bit. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show all of these. And now I'm going to start attaching them accordingly. So go to attach. Alright, I don't know why I just did that. Headlight to this sign right here. This headlight to this. This here. And there. That to this. This left one to that. This side to here. Basically what we're going to be doing is just cutting back on a lot of sirens. There we go. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So far I think we have 11 sirens. Let me double check to make sure there's no dummies. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we have 8 sirens, so let's dismiss these. So let's do siren 1, siren 2, siren 3, siren 4, siren 5, siren 6, and siren 7. And then we're going to grab all of them, right click, copy, duplicate. And put 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Open all of them, highlight the parent, right click, convert to dummy. Now I'm going to one by one re-UV map the sirens. Actually, the only ones I really need to UV map are these rear ones, which is siren 3. Actually, I could just do this. There we go. Edit UV. Highlight, 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 highlight. Right click, mapping, edit UV. Keep original. Actually, hold on, let me hide all of this. Shit, no. Hide all of this. Go back here. Mapping, edit UV. There we go. Let's make everything a bit smaller so it's easier to work with. Alright. There we go. So now, let's keep an eye on the rear. So this is the inside of that. That's the inside of that, which I'm going to keep red. Keep that red, make this blue, just so it's mismatching. Keep that as blue. Oh yeah, do this one as blue, this one is red, so it's mismatched again. There we go. That should be everything. Let's do show all. Alright, some of these we do have to move out a little bit, so let's highlight all of the sirens. What the hell? Anyways, highlight all of the sirens. There we go. Left view. Side runners are fine, the front glass isn't. Actually, let's put these all the way at the top so that way we know what needs to be moved so it's above the actual glass. Alright, so this glass up here. Move it out a little bit. Go back here. Move this out a little bit. There, that should be everything. I'm not sure if I did the taillights. Let me just do the taillights just to be safe. Perfect. Now that we did that, we can go back here. Check around the car, make sure everything's fine. Make this siren 8. Are these all of the 3D sirens? Yeah, they are, okay. We have all these duplicates down here for no reason, so let's delete those for a second. Highlight all of this, move it out of the chassis for a split second. Copy, and just repeat what we did earlier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Move them back up here. Open all of this. Highlight all. Access reset the world. Access another object. Highlight just the parents. Convert to dummy. Highlight the first one. Disable L0. Just copy exactly what I'm doing. There you go. Now that all of them are LOD'd, highlight all of them, go to scale, disable pivot, disable auto, click, enable all accesses, change this to 1 and hit OK. Now that we did that, all of the lights are done. Press plus, put them all the way at the top. And now all you have to do is export. I'll be right back once I'm in game and it's exported. Now one really important thing, if you're going to do it my way, is make sure that your car calls are scale factor 100. So let's take this car for example, right? So let's grab this, go here, paste it, go here. Let's go to car calls. As you can see, this is the Gallardo from Northern Modifications. I'm just going to use their car calls for an example. So if we go all the way down here to the siren, okay, I don't care, hold on, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. We can get rid of these livery names, we don't need those, skip this. Alright, so let's make sure that the name is correct, SLGT3LEO. Let's see what the scale factor is. So the scale factor is 10, so what we're going to have to do is change one number here. Change that to 7. Go down to scale factor, highlight it. Go here to edit, replace, copy, paste, add a 0, and hit replace. And then once you hit replace, scroll all the way back down to your siren ID, which should be right here. Copy this, save, car variations, put that there, and then replace the spawn codes. Okay, handling, okay, edit, replace, save. Now let's go to stream, copy and paste this, rename it to _high, and then let's open up OpenIV, go back to where we have the stream right here, drag it to the bottom, enable edit mode, open the YTD, and now double check, make sure there's no duplicated textures, which I don't believe there will be because this is a very good YTD. I got it from Julian, which I'll have a link down in the description for everything Julian related or any base models you guys need and where to get them from. So far it looks like there's nothing here, make sure those are not there. I did not see red blue. Here it is, red blue, replace, there we go, save, and now I'll be right back once we're in game. Alright guys, once you're in game, spawn your car, And as you can see, now you officially have LEO lighting, so let's make it nighttime. Boom. As you can see, the LEO lighting is working. Now, certain patterns look bad, certain patterns look good. It's just up to your discretion on what you want your pattern to look like. You can ask other devs for their patterns. You can make your own pattern on Siren X, which will be done in the description. But yeah, that's how you do LEO lighting or glass lighting. This works for both. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and peace out.